Hello, I'm Alison Letschka, Revd Alison Letschka, priest in charge at West Grinstead. This is a parish of about 3,000 people, about 10 square miles, 3,000 people just south of Horsham in West Sussex. And in the parish, there are two churches. There's the ancient parish church of St George's, West Grinstead, and the slightly newer parish church of St Michael's in Partridge Green. I've only been here about 2 years, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a really lovely place to be. It's a beautiful place, and there are lots of really lovely people. It's the first time for me to experience rural ministry, and it's also the first time I've had a curate, which is a real blessing. And so I'd like to introduce you to the Revd Sally Michell, deacon, soon to be priested.
Hello, my name's Sally, and I am, as Alison has said, part of the parish of West Grinstead. Again, like Alison, it is a new experience for me because I have never been involved in rural ministry before, having spent most of my life in a large town. I've been part of the Diocese of Chichester since I was 4 years old, and since I was 5, I attended church, initially taken by my next door neighbours, and continued right up through till today. Much of that time was spent in the parish of Ifield, which was one of the largest parishes in the diocese at the time. It was a team ministry. I have done most things within church, from leading Sunday schools to running choirs and such like, but also latterly leading home study groups, Bible study groups, prayer groups, and also services of the word in my current parish, which was part of until ordination in Southwater for 16 years. I am an SSM, which is a self-supporting minister, and I am part-time because I also have to work a little when I remember.
Thanks, Sally. So now we've been asked to think about the challenges for the church in the immediate future and longer term. At the moment, I feel the challenges are considerable because we've gone back to church and we have to look after our church families. But the danger of that is that we look inwards rather than outwards. So it's a challenge. We've got to look after the people God has given us, but we've also got to maintain that connection with the rest of the parish, of everybody who lives around us. Over to you, Sally.
I think my views are that one of the current challenges in this climate is trying to support other people spiritually, because many people can't attend church because they are vulnerable, and so with restricted worship as well, we need to be able to somehow support people via Zoom, all sorts of meetings, WhatsApp, ordinary phone calls as well. And so it's meeting people's needs spiritually, which I feel is really important at the moment. And the other concern is finance, because the costs of keeping church buildings going is still occurring, whether we're in them or not in them. So we need to find an innovative way of bringing people back into church, and also we need to find an innovative way of bringing people into church who have discovered who we are by viewing things online, and in this situation at the moment.
Absolutely right. So now lockdown, how has lockdown been? Well, as far as I'm concerned, lockdown's been a complete nightmare because all my normal routines have gone. There's a certain amount of anxiety I have experienced. It's not so bad now. What am I supposed to be doing? What can I do for the parish under those circumstances? It felt not so much to be locked down as to be locked out, actually. But now we seem to be surviving, and people are still enthusiastic and taking part in all sorts of things that we're doing. And so I'm looking forward now to Sally's ordination. I'm really excited because it will be at St George's. Sally, how about you?
Well, for me, lockdown has been, I think, sort of polar opposite to you, because I haven't had anything snatched away from me, as many priests have, really, their ability to do their job as they might normally do. And because I'm in my first year as a deacon, this is just going to be a strange period of time. But what I have, I've enjoyed looking at the diaconate in a different way, communicating with people via phone and things like that, and having lengthy conversations with them. I've really enjoyed that. But what it has done is given me time to reflect. Everything, once I'd gone through BAP, was so fast and so high speed that I didn't have time really to let go of 38 years of teaching, for example, and make that transition from one role to another in a reflective way. So I've been able to do that. I've been able to clear all of that away, for want of a better way of describing it, and spend time with God and reflect on the last 3 years. So I feel unrushed, unhurried and unpressurized as I move into looking forward to being priested.
So now we're thinking about hopes and concerns about what's ahead for the next 12 months. Sally, do you want to go first on this one?
Okay, I think that my hopes are that I will be looking at another dimension to my ministry, because I will be presiding. So I'm looking forward to learning about how to preside effectively, and also be able to adapt to changing situations, because of course I imagine when I start, I will not be doing it as we have been used to prior the COVID outbreak. So I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to leading people and learning more about leadership within the church. My concerns are that I need to remember, because I'm not very good at it, that I am part-time, that I also have to earn some pennies and take up days supply teaching when they come by, and that I need to remember that I want to strive for academic rigour when I am completing my essays and things like that we're still having to do for our studies. So those are my concerns.
So I think my hopes are all about Sally growing in confidence and enjoying presiding and celebrating, leading worship, and also that she's going to start doing her own thing, having got to know the parish. What I'm concerned about, what I'm going to have to be very conscious about, is very similar to what Sally's already said, which is my responsibility is to get the balance right for Sally, that she needs to experience more in ministry, but not be overwhelmed by too many tasks, so she can continue to flourish and learn and ask questions. What single thing gives us hope for the future of Christianity in Britain? Sally?
I think due to the crisis, really, what we have seen is Christians of all denominations uniting in prayer. They've made their worship available for the people outside the buildings in the community, because it's been streamed and things like that, and have worked by showing Christian love in practical work within their communities. And it's been evident, whether it's been helping with food banks or delivering prescriptions, whatever it might have been. And this has been noticed by non-Christians, those without faith. And so my hope is that as a result of what has been very evident in the last 3 months, we are able to draw more people into the faith as a result of what they've witnessed in our witnessing. So that's what I look forward to and hope for.
Last question. How can everybody be praying for us? Sally?
I think that I would like prayers for peace of mind. I'm not suggesting my mind is ill at ease, but peace of mind, peace of heart, and total trust in God, in everything that's going to happen hopefully within the next few months as I move forward into my priesting, and that he will be with me and I will feel secure in everything that I do within the parish.